Good morning, children. In last biology class, we saw the chapter 1 crop production and management. We were discussing about the crop production processes step by step. We discussed about the preparation of the soil and leveling, then sowing of seeds, addition of manure and fertilizers. Until that we saw. So the next process was irrigation. Irrigation means Tannir Paichal in Tamil. That is the supply of water to the field. Okay. As we know that water is a very important one and a irreplaceable one in the human's life. It is one of the basic needs of human. It is important for the survival of one's life. Similar way, water is important for the plants also, for proper growth and for the development of flowers, fruits and seeds. All the plants contain 90% of water. Along with the water, nutrients, minerals and fertilizers all are absorbed by the plant. Even for germination of seeds, we need water because the seeds don't germinate in the dry condition. This availability of water for a plant, that is the moisture condition of the plant, will help the plant to grow even in the state of frost and hot air conditions. I mean, even in a very cold season also, even in the summer season also, the plants will grow properly if there is adequate amount of water. So, you should water the plants at regular intervals. In summer seasons, we should supply water in a more amount to the plants. So the supply of water at regular intervals is nothing but your irrigation. So what could be the sources of irrigation? Sources means from where do I get the water for the plants in the field? From wells, tube wells, pond, lakes, river, dam and canals. These are the water sources. Next we are going to see the types of irrigation, that is how the irrigation is done in the field. There are two methods. One is traditional method and modern method. Traditional methods, you could see the pictures in page 8 of your textbook. Now please open the textbook and see the pictures of moth, chain pump, Dekli and Rahat. It means these are the methods which were followed by the ancient people with the help of manpower and with the help of cow and with the help of pumps to supply water to the field. You could see the images for that. The best of these methods would be the chain pump. That is, pumping of water is the easiest one. They used electricity, diesel and biogas to start and run the pump. Okay? And you would understand these traditional methods if you see the pictures only. So please do open to textbook page number 8 and see the pictures. And the next thing is your modern method of irrigation. As the technology is developed, we have also found some various methods which would help the farmers to supply water for the growth of the plant. These methods are used in areas where there is less amount of water also, and they help the farmers to supply water to the plants irrespective of the season, whether it is summer season or rainy season, whether the amount of water is more or less, the farmers are benefited with your modern method of irrigation. There are two methods under the modern way: sprinkler system and drip system. Okay. Sprinkler system is the method used for the crops grown in sandy soil and in case of uneven land. What do you mean by uneven land? That is, the layer of the soil may not be even. There may be ups and a hollow space, and then again the ups and downs in the layer of your field. In case of uneven land, this sprinkler method is found to be the effective one. Why means you will have the motor, and from that there runs a main pump. Only pump and pipes will be used here. Okay, there runs a main pipe. From that you will have the branches of pipes running inside your field area. Okay, so this is the motor. From there runs a main pipe. From there again I could see the branches of pipes running inside the field. Okay, so the sprinkler system of irrigation you would have already noticed in many gardens and all. There the small pipes will be placed from this branch of pipe, and there has a rotating nozzle at the end of this. This rotating nozzle will spray the water, like it sprinkles the water as it rotates, so that the water reaches all the plants around that area. And that is why I found this as the most effective way of irrigation in case of uneven land. As the nozzle rotates, nozzle means nothing but the cap at the end of your pipe. That nozzle will rotate as it sprays the water, and it reaches to all the plants around it. Okay, the next method was drip irrigation. Drip irrigation method is also another best method of irrigation, because the water is supplied in the form of drops to the plant. Okay, so I find this method useful in the areas where there is less amount of water, and I should save the water in such areas. So I should choose a method which will not bring me wastages, which will not waste the amount of water supplied to the field. Okay, so I have chosen the drip irrigation method in the areas where the water amount is less, and I can use it for the areas of gardening, trees, and watering of fruit plants. So what is special about this drip irrigation means, the same way you will have pipes running inside the field, but from the pipes the water will be supplied directly to the roots of the plant. Okay, so that the roots will absorb the water and grow effectively. The roots are supplied with drop by drop of water, and it is absorbed, and hence the name as drip irrigation. Clear, children? So sprinkler system and drip system are your two modern ways of irrigation. Okay, children, so what did we see today? What is meant by irrigation and its importance, the sources of irrigation, methods of irrigation as traditional and modern ways. Traditional ways used manpower, cow, and pumps to supply water to the field. Modern method used sprinkler system and drip irrigation system. And sprinkler system is effective in the case of uneven land and sandy soil, and drip irrigation system is found to be the best way in the areas where the amount of water is less. Okay, children, the rest we can discuss in the next class. Thank you, my dear children.